Somewhere around 170 AD, the most powerful man in the world sat in a tent on a freezing military frontier and wrote a note to himself. Not for an audience, not for history, just for himself at the end of an exhausting day, trying to talk himself down from fear. The fear wasn't about the barbarians outside his camp. It was about something much closer, the fact that he was going to die. His name was Marcus Aurelius, and he was the emperor of Rome. And the thing that kept him steady wasn't power or wealth or even philosophy. It was one simple observation. Change is life. Think about your own body for a second. You're not the same person you were at 7 years old. Your baby teeth are gone. So is that version of your handwriting, your face, most of your cells. Somewhere along the way, you also grew a full set of adult teeth. Then maybe a beard or gray hair started creeping in. Nobody mourns losing their baby teeth. Nobody panics when their first gray hair shows up and thinks, "This is the end of me." We just expect it. It's a season. One stage quietly closes so the next one can open. Marcus Aurelius looked at this pattern and asked a question most of us spend our whole lives avoiding. If all of that is just nature doing its normal work, why do we treat the final stage as some kind of monstrous exception? He didn't think it was. He thought death belonged on the exact same list as puberty, aging, even childbirth. He actually used that comparison directly. Just as you wait for a child to be born, you should be able to wait, without dread, for the moment your own life reaches its natural end, not eager for it, not obsessed with it, just at peace with it, the way you're at peace with autumn turning into winter. And here's where it gets practical, because this isn't just poetic acceptance, but it's a mental trick with real teeth. Marcus used to zoom out, way out. He'd picture the herds of animals grazing, the ceremonies, the ships sailing through storms and calm seas alike, generation after generation living and dying. From that height, a single human life looks less like a tragedy and more like one wave in a very long tide. This zoomed-out view did something specific for him. It shrank his fear of blame and praise. He noticed how easily people flip from admiring you to criticizing you, sometimes within the same week. From way up high, that stops looking like a verdict on your worth and starts looking like weather. Now, Marcus wasn't pretending this was easy. He admitted one thing could still make him want to hold on to life a little longer: being around people who saw the world the way he did. That's what he'd miss, just good company. But he also had an answer for that. Death doesn't guarantee you'll lose good people, because it never promised you'd keep them either. That was never in your control to begin with. So what do you actually do with this? You stop treating change as an emergency. When a job ends, a relationship shifts, your body ages, a chapter closes. That's not malfunction. That's the design. The tide is supposed to move. And on the harder days, you take the view from above. Picture the sheer number of lives that came before yours and the number that will come after, and let that shrink whatever is currently consuming you down to its actual size. Marcus never got to skip the ending. What he got, and what you can take from him, is the ability to stop bracing against a wave that was always going to come in anyway, and instead, just let it move you forward, like every wave before it did.